So pumili ka na, siyang lagasap na punjabo. Kamparahi ko na paranohoy, kalikan ni Nagaland mo na puli. Nagaland ke sa paraking puli, hindi pipiso ka aishe. Jawan lagasap na punchay di puli.
I would like to express a sincere thanks to the government under the tall leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister Sri Nifierio for allotting this office space to us. Thank you, sir. This gesture not only provides us with a functional office, but also symbolizes the trust and responsibility bestowed upon us to serve effectively. I would also like to thank Sir Abu Mehta Chairman Aiden for his generosity and willingness to help the DMC. Thank you, sir. The office has been functioning here since the last week of August. Moving the office here has created a much-needed change for the DMC. People and staffs have shared with me that it feels like a proper office now. The DMC was and is in need of change. In that effort, DMC has started the process of digitizing the trade license branch. Once that process is completed, we will start with other branches. The DMC is also active in Swasta Hi Siva campaign, focusing on community engagement and awareness around cleanliness and waste management. A series of activities has been planned to promote these activities. Just recently, we have formed a committee to look into the closure of certain open vendors market in the town area and in the days ahead. We will also be initiating the process to create a Dimapur drainage master plan as resolved in the last board meeting. In all this, we remain dedicated to women and youth empowerment. Along with the efforts, it is also pertinent to share the challenges faced by the DMC. Our municipal has been grappling with several issues that have hindered our progress. One of the main primary concerns is the revenue generation, owing particularly to the closure of vehicle entry tax, entry fees, and toll duties. This has adversely limited our ability to provide essential service and development projects. The DMC is struggling to even pay salaries, the budget mandatory benefit like gratuity, leave encasement, etc. Rampant employment has further compounded our problems. These challenges, along with other systematic issues, has created a complex environment that requires immediate and strategic intervention. Additionally, the absence of council for the past 2 decades has left a trail of inefficiency and challenges. Unless this issue are addressed with timely intervention and help from the government, it will leave DMC crippled and handicapped. This new office space has given us new impetus to transform and to move ahead. This is perhaps the first step in the restoration of the DMC. I firmly believe that we have the potential to overcome the obstacle and pave the way for a better future. The current DMC councillors understand the problem and issues of Dimapur, and we are working tirelessly to tackle these issues and take Dimapur to new heights.
Today is a day where the Dimapurians, we are so happy that for over 20 years, which we have been expecting and waiting for it, have come into reality only today. This remarkable achievement is because of the intervention of our dynamic Chief Minister. Under his leadership, whose wisdom and authority, that this could come into a reality because of the fact that we have seen government have been toppled, many lives have been lost, and also there was a long litigation about the ULB in the Supreme Court. But overcoming all those hurdles and smooth conduct of the ULB elections, and over and above, we are inaugurating this beautiful complex as a Dimapur Municipal Councillor's office. This credit goes to none other than our Honorable Chief Minister. It is an achievement under his leadership. For over 20 years, in absence of the municipal council, the development in Dimapur have come to a standstill. We have seen the potholes all over the road, all over Dimapur, and also the recurrent flooding of Dimapur, which is a scourge to our Dimapurians during every summer. This is mainly caused due to the absence of proper sewer or drainage system in Dimapur. We have lots of problems which we will definitely be submitting to our Honorable Chief Minister with a begging bowl. But most importantly, which I want to emphasize today, taking advantage of our Chief Minister in our presence, I want to impress upon him the needs, the immediate requirement of Dimapur. First of all, we need the road to be improved of all over Dimapur city. Secondly, to mitigate the recurrent flooding of Dimapur during the summer months, I would impress upon our Honorable Chief Minister to have a comprehensive sewer or drainage system be implemented in Dimapur so that we will see this problem going away very soon. Besides that, to ease the traffic congestion in Dimapur, except on Sundays, other days we are being halted for hours and hours because of traffic jam. I would request that the flyover be constructed between Thahekhu and Nagarjan over the railway track so that this traffic congestion will be eased. And I'm sure there was already a project in the making. I've come across that to bypass the Dimapur city from the Nagaland police gate to Zion. Sir, I don't know at what status this project is lying, but if you can kindly activate this project, we shall be very happy. Therefore, our request today is 3 major projects. The other small projects, we will continue to pester you, beg you, beseech you over the time, over the period, sir. In conclusion, a gentle word of caution to all the newly elected Dimapur municipal councillors. People have elected you with high expectation, with a confidence in you that you will bring about a change. Dimapur, I don't need to explain, but we have seen that Dimapur, especially the market, there is no regulation. It is kushi. I want the new Dimapur Municipal Council to bring in an order in market price regulation. I would expect expect the syndicate system should be completely removed from Dimapur. And I want the Dimapur Municipal Council to take a bold step to remove this welfare society in the market. This has to go. So step by step, we'll take up the matter, we'll make the Dimapur a better Dimapur. Therefore, I beseech all the Dimapur elected councillors, municipal councillors, leave your priorities behind. Let the public priority come forward, so that we will see a drastic change within your period of 5 years' time.
I don't know if it is going to remain permanent or in a short while Dimapur Municipal Council office will come up. But this is the achievement and this is a great step. Dimapur Municipal Council without an office cannot function. And we are all very thankful on my own behalf, on behalf of Dimapur Municipal Council to our Honorable Chief Minister, also the Government of Nagaland for allotting this beautiful infrastructure for the office use. You see, the PDA government, despite having faced many problems and difficulties, numerous challenges, was able to prevail and conduct ULB elections all across the states, excepting the Eastern Naga region, because there was a political will and a commitment of the government. As we all know, it took more than 2 decades to conduct this election. For various reasons, we have faced various situations, but by the able leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister, this legislation was enacted and the act was brought to the Nagaland Legislative Assembly. And even this election, we could see the change with the 33% reservation for women in the state. I must thank our Honorable Chief Minister for, as I said, he was instrumental in enacting the Women Reservation Bill. And sir, it was because of your dynamism and able leadership. I totally agree with my friend that you are the one behind in making this possible, and Nagaland today is able to give recognition to the women's leadership and capabilities that can contribute towards the progress and development of our society and state. Today is basically the inauguration of our municipal office, and I will not be taking much time. We have our Honorable Chief Minister who will, his presence itself shows how much concern he has for Dimapur district as a whole and for the Dimapur Municipal Council in particular. So, as our former speakers have also mentioned, how important is Dimapur Municipal Council and how our citizens of Dimapur has been anticipating this day. Finally, today we have Dimapur Municipal Council in place. Yes, they were administrator municipal council in the past days, but administrator alone, we cannot expect much from him. He has his own limitation, he has his own limited resources. But today, we have a proper setup with the newly elected councillors. Your people, your word has reposed confidence and faith in you, and you are duly elected as the honored councillors of Dimapur Municipal Council. And as said, there's a huge expectation, great expectation from the newly elected team of Dimapur Municipal Council. So I want to wish all of you, and we will all anticipate that you will perform well, where PDA government under the able leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister will always be supportive and extend whatever help that the Dimapur Municipal may require in near future. Because of the absence of the Dimapur Municipal Council, yes, we might have missed many developmental opportunities or works required by the citizens and this commercial hub, Dimapur. But today, and in the past, even today, we have seen the concern raised by our Dimapur Chamber of Commerce and Industries. In the past, there were concerns raised by various civil society organizations, bodies for the infrastructure development. PDA government has never faltered, but has always been consistent towards our district in all-round development, and will continue to do that. And in conclusion, as I cut short my very short speech, I would like to congratulate once again to the new team of councillors of Dimapur Municipal Council on assuming office to shoulder the responsibility for the welfare of Dimapur city and its citizens. As I see that you are all very dynamic, energetic, and with full of enthusiasm to work for our people. You all, as an individual coming from different backgrounds and different political backgrounds or from all different walks of life, I want and I urge all of you to come together as one, help each other, make Dimapur Municipal Council a very solid and a strong team, have a proper coordination amongst, have a proper correspondence with whomever the authority that you feel is important, and work for our Dimapur. And that's how we will see the result.
I want to thank particularly the Honorable Chief Minister. He has always been on us, pursuing, reminding us on how the office complex is progressing. It was on his advice, on his guidance, that we identified this space to set up this office. After the formation of the DMC post-elections, one challenge that faced us was the condition of the existing DMC office. If we are to deliver efficiency, if we are to deliver the goods and to serve the public, we need good infrastructure, good space to work and function. And it was on CM's guidance that we identified this space. From the day we decided to use this to the day it was renovated and repaired, it was his guidance and advice that brought us thus far. Thank you, Chief Minister, sir, for your guidance, your support, and we continue to look forward to your cooperation in the days to come. As previous speakers has already stated, the existing office of the DMC is not in a very good condition to function from right now. It is in this context that we identified this space. This is not a permanent solution, it is a temporary solution, and we hope that very soon, with the support of the citizens of Dimapur, we will have a state-of-the-art DMC office at the appropriate place and that they will be able to function from there. As earlier speakers had already said, Amikhan Naga Manu itu stage te punjibo nimide aram bara punjianai. 20 sal bra bishi lagise municipal bodies ULBs realize kurubo nimide. Naga society sab duk paise. Protests, agitations, one against the other, life tok loss hoje. It took tremendous effort, strength of political will to get us to where we are today. Inclusive approach, consultative meetings, taking the views of all sections of Naga society. Battles in courtrooms till the Supreme Court. Series of consultative meetings. Iniga kurigine nutun ek assembly de lo jaigine elected members laga sob support lugine ek ekta nutun banai gine ULB election to conduct kuro parise. It was also the most peaceful ULB elections. There was apprehension of violence and discord, but with the support of the citizens of the state, the blessings of God Almighty, we conducted smooth, peaceful, and successful elections. Today, after more than 2 decades, we have ULB bodies across the state except particular regions. But the icing on the cake is the inclusion of 33% reservation for women. There were sections that said it's not part of our culture, it's not part of our tradition. But culture, tradition, and ways of life have to change, adapt, if we as a people, if we as a nation are to progress. Today, Nagaland has more than 33% reservation. There are more women elected members than 33% across the state. In one ULB, it is an all-women body. Today, Nagaland has sounded to the world that we are an inclusive society. We have sounded to the world that our women will play a contributory leadership role in the determination of our destiny and our future. It's a sign of progress. It's a sign that we are marching forward. I want to congratulate every member across the state. Hoile bhi, itu government laga achievement nohoy, party laga achievement nohoy. This achievement is a successful achievement of entire Naga society. Naga manu sab mili gine, juk di gine, ekta journey lobo koi gine, Nagala cooperation nimide, ito da ahishe. It is a victory and a triumph of Naga society. Today, earlier speakers have already emphasized how important Dimapur is. That does not need elaboration. Dimapur is a city that reflects not just the state, but the entire country. Mini Nagaland nohoy, it's a mini India. In today's competitive world, just like how each individual competes with the other, cities, states, regions also compete with each other. Today, India is looking towards the ASEAN countries as a new market for economic growth and development. 10 countries to our east, the ASEAN region, 800 million people, life expectancy of above 70 years. A new market, a new economy to tap. The route into the ASEAN is through the northeast. The ASEAN highway cuts through the heart of Dimapur in this tri-junction of Chumukedima, Newland, and Dimapur. If we are to compete with the rest of the world, if Dimapur is to emerge as an economic hub, it cannot be done by the government alone, but it can be done only with the collective efforts of entire Naga society. We have the advantage of geography. Today, Nagaland's strongest strength, I think, is going to be geography. We are going to be the gateway to the ASEAN between great civilizations. Therefore, Dimapur has to rise to the occasion. Dimapur has to compete with other cities. This highway will not have dozens of stoppages. It will just have a few hubs. we have to be ready to step up so that the future of our present and future generations grow, compete, and our children get an equal footing with the rest of the global community. Let us all work together as one united Nagaland. Let us make Dimapur the shining star of the Nagaland story for this and future generations to come.
When I look at our councillors throughout the state, where 25 ULB election conducted, the success story, the peaceful conduct of election, and the members elected who has integrity and have a lot of experience. The youngsters, highly educated, professional, and very anxious to help and work for their community. Particularly Dimapur, you have a mixture of seniors, experienced people. You have first time and new faces who are highly educated, also experienced. I have a huge and I have a lot of expectation from all of you as the citizens of Nagaland and Dimapur in particular. Your commitment to serve our people will start seriously from today with this new office. As mentioned by the previous speakers, our journey to accomplish this moment, the urban local bodies, was a giant task, a lot of challenges. We had faced all situations, but by the grace of God and the people's unity and support, we could achieve it. This panchayati, this urban local bodies, ULB, 74th Amendment Act was passed in 2001 and Nagaland adopted in 2002, the Assembly. Now when I took over, the court gave a show cause notice as contempt of court. Why we are not conducting the municipal and town council elections with reservations of 33% of women. And we tried all means, we failed. And so we decided that state will pass its own act after consultation with the civil societies, tribal halls. And meanwhile, for not conducting election with 33% reservation for women, we could not get the grant from the Finance Commission. These 2 decades we had suffered, we lost, and we took a desperate attempt, having consultation with the tribal halls, civil societies, all agencies, and then finally we concluded that we will support. And that was conveyed to the court. But then some groups, they have backed out again. So we face contempt of court. And with desperateness, the state government decided that we'll repeal the central act and pass our own act. which is wrong. We know no state can repeal the Central Act. And therefore, we immediately got a contempt of court. But finally, when the show cause notice was given to all the tribal leaders, civil society leaders, and they themselves appeared in court, and we had finally agreed. And therefore, we passed an act in the State Assembly to keep 33% reservation and others, taxations and other things will leave it to each and every municipal and town council. So, the Supreme Court was very kind to us. They know our unique situation, our tradition, our customary laws. That's why, as long as you keep the women reservation, you do what is good for you. And when we finally conducted the election, we got appreciation from the Supreme Court, and also this was splashed in the national papers in front pages. So this success story is a collective effort from the public leaders and the political will that has brought us thus far. Now that we are settled, 25 ULBs are in place. 14 in the eastern region is yet to take place. But government decided and announced also, we will share the funding that has come with them also. Because 15 Finance Award is over from this year. And the 16th Finance Commission will be visiting us. That's why if we leave it out, don't give them money, then we cannot plea in the 16th Finance Commission. That's why we have included them. And for your activities, other things, the state has been trying to help you to establish your offices. And we made a request that all the municipal and town councils, you should have a master plan of your cities and towns. What is possible, you do it. And then all these things should be taken up with the 16th Finance Commission and with the ministry. So now you have to take up the challenges. As you are aware, the system of governance, the elected honorable MLAs who runs the government. Then the second layer is the judiciary. And the third tier is the local bodies. So we have rural local bodies and urban local bodies. Rural local bodies, they call it Panchayati Raj. But since we have a tradition, we are exempted from that Panchayati Raj, 73rd Amendment. In urban local bodies, the 74th Amendment, we are not exempted. Therefore, we have to follow the rule. But we repealed the law, we got a contempt of court, we passed our own act, and the Supreme Court had upheld. Therefore, we are very grateful, and that is possible because of the whole citizens and the leaders who had agreed to take this women reservation. You are aware, recent time in the cabinet, union cabinet, they had passed a cabinet decision to have one country, one election. And I'm hopeful, I'm quite sure that there will also be women reservation in the parliament and in the assemblies. All these things are happening. We cannot remain stagnant. We have to move with the people. We have to move with the world, the situation. We are in 21st century. And therefore, our ladies councillors, today I saw in the program, and our women are taking leading part. Chairperson Kilin Sumi, and a vote of thanks to be proposed by Ilminaro. So we are equally functioning and contributing, and with all this mixture, as mentioned, 33% reservation, but women contested in the open constituency also. 8 women came successful in the open constituency. So now in Nagaland, 37% they are holding, not 33. That is a message that we have to respect our women, and they are equally capable as we are. This privilege of the councillors come with huge responsibilities, as mentioned by all the speakers. Many things to do, including Okado Zimumi, Yiptomi, our chairman, DMC. You will have, so now 16 Finance Commission is coming. So we have to give our proposals. We should see that as reasonable, but firmly we should take it up. You are aware, as mentioned, this office, a beautiful office, belongs to Forest Department, but given to IDEN to manage, and it is named as Integrated Business Hub and Innovation Center. So when you when you see the name, it is your temporary office. And we should come up with a very beautiful proposal with our ethnic designs and make a beautiful Dimapur Municipal Council office. For this, state government will support and do all that is necessary. Now, just the other day, the state had released the tight and on-tight fund amounting to rupees 36 crores for all the urban local bodies. You attend to the most immediately needed. For your road sector, for repair and maintenance, for the smooth flow of traffic, I think you can take it up separately. I had already met the finance minister, I've already met the urban ministry. I put my proposal and they agreed to help us. And so, meanwhile, before even the actual fund come, your immediate requirement, you should propose to the state government. And it should be reasonable and before the festival seasons come, all our town should be cleaned up, good road and repainting, and everything immediate attention what should be done that you have to see. Responsibilities, you have to upkeep your town very clean. For garbage dump site, we have already approved for DMC 10.74 acres that is already decided, and any day payment will be given. East Dimapur 9.41 acres. All these are decided. And one important thing is you have to look for 1-2 side of cemetery. This is a miniature India. All tribe and all citizens of different religions are living here. So even after your death, your burial, different systems are taken place. And we have to upgrade also the system. So these things should be your priority. And I feel little uneasy to talk this, but we have to share because now you are in charge. You are running the administration. Earlier, the past 20 years plus, 2 decades, one administrator, he was looking after the affair of your town and cities. It is impossible. Moatoshi was talking about syndicate. You cannot handle. That's how you are letting out. And revenues are not coming. I saw revenue 1 year 22, 23, 21, 22. That year, Dimapur revenue came to more than 14 crores. So you have to build a system how to get revenue for the entry tax or exit tax. This we will discuss. But inside your town, you can still tax. It is up to you to decide. But you cannot block the national highway and tax. Now, besides your garbages, dump sites, cleanliness, we have developed one public park next to this building. Those things should be taken over and maintained. And also, people who are, you have so many land, so many properties, but there are so many encroachers. You have to handle this and develop. How can the whole city go to one place and do shopping, marketing? For that, there will be huge traffic problem. It should be divided into groups, and there should be marketing area for those colonies, that area, to ease out the traffic. And while we are talking about the, under your municipal council, say you have New Market, you have Morgi Party, you have Hong Kong Market, and here and there. But I think it should be spread out also. And I'm worried, Sunday nobody will dispute, but as a municipal body, the councillors, you have to decide some shops and hotels should be open because many travelers are there. This is the transit point. They should have any time want to stay for a night or eat, wash up. All these facilities should be there. And if the whole market shops are closed, it is not only travelers who are coming from outside, but even the locals. I have not seen myself, but many of you will experience. As Christian, we close our shops. All shop closed. And rush to Karbi area without attending Sunday school or respecting the day of rest. The whole family are going to Karbi, do marketing, shopping. What will they think about Naga Christians? So even some market in colonies, it should be open. Otherwise, we will become a mockery and people will talk about our society. Hypocrisies. So it depends on your policies. You have to think to adjust that. How do we handle these issues? We are not against church, we are all Christians, but there should be a system. And therefore, I'm just commenting so that you will have awareness. Now, you have lots of things to do. You have to see your road, as you mentioned, water supply. This is a major issue. Every house, individual house is making wells, bore wells. So that means our water table will go down and will not even get clean water. You see, cities, many cities had closed making ring wells or boring. All our waste go down to the soil. Our sati tanks, our soak pit, it's filtered down, and so it may look clean, but it is not at all hygienic. We have to really plan how to use a good water supply in this. If you come up with some projects, I think government will be able to do funding. Therefore, this should be thought of from which source it will come. Your sanitation, your purification, your street light. So you need a master plan of the city, including all those requirements. When rating of cities and towns come, including all these, even educational institutions, public libraries, all this will come. If you don't have some important items, then your rating will go back. And therefore, I think funding, state government is with you, but any municipal or town council is as expected to find resources, taxations, or create economic activities where it can generate income so that it can sustain its own self. Dimapur is the commercial hub and feeding the whole Nagaland. And even the transit people, say like Manipur state or even our Karbi neighbors, all these people are depending in Dimapur. So, if Dimapur cannot sustain, then no cities in the hills can sustain. Therefore, I want all of you to take this challenge. With government support, you should make it a vibrant and most livable city in our state. State government, we are with you. And once you settle down, I will come and have a sitting with all the councillors, you call it Darbar, and we'll share your plans. When you are ready, you can invite us. We, the department, will come and discuss how should we approach. Phase-wise, Rome was not built in a day. We have so many dreams, but we have to go phase-wise. And that's how those challenges I throw to you. And I wish all the very best to all the councillors led by Chairman Okedo and Vice Deputy Chairperson Naro. So, with these few words, the success of Dimapur Municipal Council will be led by councillors, but all the organizations in the city and the citizens has to give cooperation and support. You cannot blame only the councillors. You throw your dirt, expect the councillors to come and clean. That will not do. Every stakeholder has a responsibility. So let us unite, work together and make Dimapur a better place and Nagaland a prosperous state. Thank you and God bless.
아니